Multiple developments coming in since last night. Indian Army has repulsed a swarm drone attack by Pakistan using its anti-drone weapons. This is the second such attack carried out by Pakistan. The second wave began at around 4 a.m., which was then effectively taken care of by the capable Indian Army. Pakistani troops also resorted to numerous ceasefire violations along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir. The drone attacks were effectively repulsed, and befitting reply was also given to the ceasefire violations done by Pakistan. L-70 and Zu-23 guns were used to, in fact, effectively neutralize the drones coming to India's way. In fact, those are the visuals coming in on the latest development from early this morning from the VRs. Former Director General, Mechanized Forces, retired Lieutenant General A.B. Shivane is joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for speaking to News9. In fact, we've been joined by Defense and Strategy expert, retired Major General Sudhakar ji as well on the broadcast. Thank you so much to both of you for joining us here. Lieutenant General Shivani, let me first come to you with the question of something that I already asked my earlier guest joining me on the broadcast. That do you think that going forward, India's response toward all the terrorism operations conducted here, specifically against Pakistan, is going to be more defensive? It's going to be more like a head-on clash towards them? No more scope of sitting across the tables and having a dialogue, because enough is enough?
Thank you very much for getting me on the show. At the very outset, let me salute the nation and its brave armed forces for the professionalism and the good job that is being done, and also to the citizens of the nation who would remain calm, responsible, and trusted their armed forces. Having said that, I will make 3 or 4 quick points in response to your question. The first thing is, it is important to understand that it is India's just war against terrorism. And as far as Pakistan is concerned, it is an unjust war of denial and deceit. It's a cowardly act by playing the victim card, which is nothing new to them. The past is a proof of their denial strategy, and they're not wanting to reform themselves. Look at the parliamentary attack, look at the Mumbai attack. We constituted joint investigations, gave them proofs, gave them dossiers, and what they do, they only delayed it and played a denial towards it. So I think Pahalgam was a message to them: you have crossed the red line, enough is enough, now no more patient, zero tolerance. That is point number 1. Point number 2, when a nation goes to war, its entire machinery, all instruments of power are synergized as an orchestra, and then they go to war. Look at Pakistan. Day 3, they are out with a begging bowl on their knees. In fact, I would say on their elbows. Because when you go to war, you have to look at war endurance. You have to look at war stamina. It is not just about fighting. It is about sustaining, equipping, training, leadership, contingency planning. And you may look for a short race, but you got to plan for a long marathon, which I'm afraid with the economic condition, where the internal turmoil, they are in no condition to escalate. And therefore, what do? They employ cheap drones to keep the activity level so that they have a face-saving response for the nation. Point number 3. When you look at Pakistan, the Pakistan army is the center of gravity there. It's not terrorism. It's Pakistan army and its ISI, which is abetting, breeding, and giving birth to terrorism. So if we are able to discredit the Pakistani army in the eyes of their own nation, I think the problem, at least for some time, if not for much longer time, would get resolved. Point number 4, look at the response and the counter-strike matrix which is evolved, which speaks for itself. We struck them, their terror hideouts, which are supposed to be protected with them, showing their weakness and successfully executed. Repeatedly, they have responded with drones and missiles and aircraft, and what has happened? Their threats have been neutralized because we've got an integrated air defense architecture, which is multi-layered, multi-tiered, and a gun missile system. So they have gone, we have frustrated their attempts. And then what have we done? We have gone across and effectively neutralized a large number of military targets of theirs. So they are weak in offensive, they are weak in defensive, they are weak in strategy, where they are weak in leadership, and to top it all, Baluchistan has started boiling. Now, if you look at strategically, the flank of decision is the sea. Now, with Karachi under threat, Baluchistan boiling, I think this will be a turning point for Baluchis not to stand up and announce their independence.